What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, Plus Unit Picks. If you're new here on this channel, we focus strictly on player props backed by data, projections, and real edges in the numbers. No guessing, no chasing narratives, no forcing plays that aren't there. If that's your style, hit the like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell. And before we get in today's board, let's quickly recap how the other night went. Guys, last night was a bit of a letdown. I'm not going to lie to you. We went 1-2 on the board, and honestly, both losses were frustrating ones. They totally went in the wrong direction, at least the ones that lost from the start. But they weren't bad reads at all. They weren't forced plays. Those spots is something that I thought would have cashed, but that makes it sting a little bit more. But here's the reality. It's a long-term game. Not every sharp edge is going to hit, every single night. Variance happens. That's a part of handicapping. Variance, that's a term you should look up if you're new to handicapping. But we're going to bounce back tonight. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. But before we jump into the first pick, guys, before we get into that, if you're not taking advantage of this offer with Better Yet, you're leaving money on the table. Right now, new users that sign up for Better get a free $10 bonus just for signing up. Not a deposit match, not bet $100 to get $10, just a free $10 they're going to load into your account. Okay? Then, on your first deposit, they'll even give you up to $200 in bonuses. Okay? $200. Here's what you need to do. Scan the QR code that you see here on the screen and use the code +1. Use my code, PLUS. And if you use my code, you'll be able to sign up, but also send me proof that you signed up with my code, and I'll give you guys free access to my VIP and Winnable, my VIP group, where you'll get access to my full card of every prop that I'm betting, full write-ups, clear reasoning, and even direct text alerts sent to your mobile phone well before game time. So you're not guessing or trying to scramble and chase late lines. So just as a summary, you're getting a free $10 for signing up to a $200 deposit bonus, and a full month of VIP access in my Winnable. So if you're already betting props, and you're not stacking bonuses like this, you're doing it all wrong. Seriously. So links in the description. And now let's get into the first couple of plays. The first play that I have on the board is going to be not Tari Eason. It is going to be Nikola Jokic, the Joker, at under 54.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I'm just trying to look for the Joker's numbers real quick. I had it up here. There we are. So the Joker is averaging over the last 5 games. He's hitting it at a 60% clip under, right? The median is at 53 points, rebounds, and assists. Over the last 10 games, he's hitting at an 80% clip. Going against the Lake Show tonight out there in LA. Actually, no, it's going to be in Denver. So it's a home game, home matchup. Over the last 20 games, he's hitting that clip at an 80%, hitting at an 80% clip. They haven't faced the Lakers yet this year. But going against, as far as the other opposing centers against the Lakers, it fares pretty well also. The opposing centers are only averaging maybe about, 10, 24, maybe about 27 points, rebounds, and assists. I know Jokic is having a great year, another MVP type season, right? He's a top MVP candidate this year, but I still think the stat line is pretty inflated. But if you can lock that in, it looks like they have it at BetMGM at -115. Prizepicks has it at 119. Novig at -142. That's a huge. Novig is a sharper book. You can also take advantage of Novig as well. But you can't go wrong with this pick. I know Jokic is having a great year, but I still think the number is inflated. The second pick we're going to go with, guys, is Tari Eason. So I've got Tari Eason at under 12.5 points. He's hitting at that clip over the past 10 games. It looks like 80% of the time. So he's just not getting a lot of points scored. Over the past 5 games, he's hitting that at 100%. And then over the past 20 games, it's at 70%. Head-to-head matchup, really quick. He's a power forward. It doesn't fare too well against the team he's going against, the Golden State Warriors. But, hey, all of them can't be all of the numbers can't be perfect. But when the majority of them are, that's what we bet on. That's what I'm going after. And before we get into the third pick, quick reminder, guys, if you're placing these plays, whether it's on underdog, Prizepicks or better, check out better, because they have the sign up bonus. They're giving a lot of free money, up to $200 in deposit bonuses on your first deposit, and just a free $10 for signing up. And you'll get access for free to my winnable, to all of my plays in the VIP section. Okay. Then we're going to move into the third and final pick, which is going to be Pat Spencer. So I've got Pat Spencer as my final pick, wrapping things up at under 14.5 points and assists. He's an interesting player because his unconventional path to the NBA was a lacrosse player from before. I thought that was pretty interesting, but Steph Curry's not on the floor, so a lot of value comes from running pick and roll sets and facilitating offense. That's where Pat typically creates value on the floor. So they're going to lean on him heavier tonight, but I still think the number is a bit inflated. I'm going with, under 14.5 points and assists. If we look at the last 5 games, of course, they're facing the Rockets. He's averaging 80%. He's hitting at an 80% clip over the past 5 games at 11.8 points and assists. Against the Rockets, let's see, so he's a point guard against the Rockets. That's even more compelling. The Rockets are 4th and 7th. They're like in the top 10 percentile of the other of other teams in the league as far as allowing points and assists for point guards. So, over a 5-game stretch, 80%. Over a 10-game stretch, he's hitting it at a 60% clip. Over a 20-game stretch, 70%. And let's see if there's a head-to-head matchup. There's no head-to-head matchup that I can see for this year, but I'm willing to go with that one. So that's a good 3 picks. I had Trey Jones on there, but I'm not going to go with that because the line already moved. But I think there's a lot of value, guys, for a 3-pick slip. Whether you're doing it on Prizepicks, better, or underdog, you can't go wrong, or no vig. Okay. But with all of that being said, just a full recap. We've got Pat Spencer under 14.5 points and assists. Nikola Jokic under 54.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And I've got Tari Eason at under 12.5 points. So that was the recap. I hope you guys have some success tonight. If you're riding, hit the comment section with me, but let's stay sharp, let's stay disciplined, and most importantly, let's stack those units. Again, I'm Austin with Plus Unit Picks. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good luck.